Hallo zusammen, schön, dass ihr wieder eingeschaltet habt, wenn es weitergeht bei Starfield. Ja, wir werden dem Barrett dann auch immer helfen. Das letzte Mal wieder aufgehört, weil ich ein bisschen sehr müde war. Eigentlich bin ich jetzt schon wieder müde, obwohl es da über Wochen vergangen ist. Also für mich ist Status Quo, was Müdigkeit angeht. Ich hoffe nur, dass ich heute nicht so oft wegpenne wie das letzte Mal. Und... Was ist das? Also, Container. Wir versuchen, irgendwo dorthin zu gehen. Bring ehrliche Beweise, erhalte Zukunftscode von einem Mitarbeiter. Okay. Wir schauen mal, ob wir zum Mitarbeiter kommen. Ich war doch schon mal bei einem Mitarbeiter, oder? Der hat mir nichts gegeben. Ne, wir werden einfach schauen. Wir werden einmal Hallo sagen. Wieder mal. Wir werden aber ohne Waffe immer anreden.
This whole town used to be forges like
And
this one.
sweet.
Now
Very
we're all
busy
that's left.
trained. Not now. Look at you. Didn't even have time to get my... I don't have any money to give. Not looking to chat, friend.
So, gib mir Arsch.
The garden's not an easy place to live. Nice to finally be getting some new neighbors.
Was? Bin neue Nachbarn? Aha.
Our last head of security was a real hard ass. Now, if Chief Pretorius chews you out, you probably earned it.
So, jetzt gehen wir wieder zu Ellie. Ich glaube, Ellie heißt ins Layankton.
Ellie! Hello?
Hello.
Back, detectives.
Ellie, I sent you all the data from the mine all
Welcome back, you two.
as I'm sure you know.
How was the trip to the mine?
You're gonna love this, Ellie.
Okay, someone better tell me. Come on.
We found the coordinates to Irvin's old work site and went there. Huge battle. Fire, explosions. Pew, 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 pew.
Barrett, please.
You should have seen the plants in there, too. Weird stuff. Anyway, you read over the documents we found there, right? What do you think?
What you both found in that mine is remarkable. These documents show that the chemicals released by the mining process contaminated the ecology even before Irvin was tasked with removing the predators. And they also show that Helgi informed Hephaestus of the issue and it was repeatedly ignored. And with that, I think we've got ourselves a case, my friends.
Yes! That's what I wanted to hear, Ellie. Woo!
Yes, but it's still likely to lose. Because what we really need now is Helgi as our witness, and that is a problem. Helgi isn't an ideal witness at all. He was our star witness the first time, and he never showed up. Plus, he's got a reputation around town. After he quit, he went a bit weird.
I can handle a bit weird. I know the captain can too.
Clearly. But the judge might feel differently. It might be worth finding some character witnesses too while you're looking for him.
Okay, finde einen potenziellen Löwensohn.
Helgi's documents are nothing without him there in court, explaining them to the judge.
Does Helgi still live around here by any chance?
Sort of. He's, unpredictable, though. We could, but I think we'd lose the case, bluntly. We can verify these documents are real, but Hephaestus can counter by attacking Helgi's character. They'll label him a disgruntled employee and then find a dozen independent scientists to confirm Irvin was at fault. But with Helgi in court, he can explain the science and help me challenge any countering theories during cross-examination. That's also a bit tricky. He's hard to find. Doesn't really stay in one place for long. You might ask Dr. Kayala. She checks up on folks who fall through the cracks sometimes. You'd have to convince her to tell you where he is. That might be hard.
Sounds like we're making a stop at the med clinic. We'll be back when we convince Helgi to be a witness.
Listen, if he refuses, then he refuses. Can't force him.
Yeah, we don't want to press him too hard. The last thing we need is him refuting what he wrote. This is going to take a light touch, but I think we can handle it.
Passt. Das heißt, wir gehen jetzt zu Dr. Kiala. Da versuchen wir einen Leibungszeugen zu finden. Also.
One of my first jobs was scanning everything on lifeless moons. Boring? Peaceful is more like it.
Bleib. Hinten sind noch auch Sachen. Zugangscode? Das ist die Ader. Schauen wir mal so. Okay, bei dem erstmal. So, da ist die Station und da kann man schon quatschen.
Do you need medical assistance? Are you injured? Is there something I can help you two with?
Do you happen to know Dr. Helgi Hodgson? We're trying to get his help with something.
Sorry, who are you exactly?
We're detectives. Self-taught and unaffiliated. Freelance detectives. With the emphasis on the free part.
Wait, what? Detectives? Sorry, I don't think I know what you're talking about. I treat anyone who walks in my doors, if I'm able to. No, not really. I mean, there's Irvin the Slaughterer and Irvin the Scourge of Gagarin, but I doubt that's the same person, right? I'm sorry, I'm not a tour guide. You'll have to ask somebody else.
We're trying to help him. And Gagarin, actually.
Only every single time I see him. But listen, I don't have time to chat. Ellie's a good person. That bodes well, but I can't violate my oaths. I'm sorry. Listen, I can say that Helgi took up a job working at Clint's store just down the way. I saw him there stacking boxes the last time I picked up an order. I've got to get back to my work here, so if there's nothing else... If it's patient medical records you're after, I'll remind you, I'm not at liberty to discuss that.
We're thinking of taking Hephaestus to court with Dr. Hodgson as a witness. Now, given his situation, we're worried the defense might cast aspersions on his character, even question his mental health.
That's unfortunate, but not surprising. Look, if he agrees to testify and grants me permission, I could vouch for his well-being.
Thanks, Doc. If he does end up testifying, we'll definitely need you for the trial. Ellie Yankton will be in touch.
No promises, given patient confidentiality. But I'll do my best.
Okay, und jetzt
I'm sure I have something.
So, was haben wir denn da? Hilfe. Reißverschlussverbände. Aha. Können wir. Bauen wir weg. Okay, was haben wir? Hm. Okay.
Let's take a look. Not so bad, really. Nothing. I won't lie. Might be a little scar tissue, but that just adds character.
So,
I need to get back to my work now, if you don't mind.
einmal komplett Hello. Was haben wir da jetzt? Wir haben
Can you scan that? Oh, you beat me to it.
Wind und wir haben Zugang. Okay. So, einmal zu Clint.
Welcome to Clint's. Whatever you need, I'm sure I've got it lying around somewhere. Except mech parts. Don't trade those anymore, so don't waste your time asking.
Ich brauche Mechteile.
Well, for one, it's illegal in UC space. Making mech platforms used to be Gagarin's bread and butter. So, since they were banned in the armistice, I get 1 to 2 folks a month asking what kind of relics I might have lying around. But I'm not about to risk a contraband fine at my age, so that's why I just lay it out up front. Refurbished a lot of the pieces myself.
Was haben wir denn zum Verkaufen? Ein Bolzenschneider? Ein Köln? Oh, wie das Zeug her, weil das letzte Mal so eingesammelt. Oh ne. Oh ne. Oh, leck. So. Was kann ich denn da verkaufen? Ja, wenn man das wisst, gell? Eigentlich sollte wohl so ein Ding hingehen. Von der Werkbank oder wie das Zeug heißt. Forschungsstation. Und dort schauen, was ich so machen kann. Ah,
Trade in a little bit of everything here. Except, let me just bring that up.
ja, das. So. Orion. Ist der Handfeuerwaffen? Okay. Equinox. Verkaufen.
Taking in the collection. Quite a sight, eh? Gagarin. It was a military town until the end of the colony war. Mechs were our specialty. Everyone always blabbers about Mars making the highest performance machines. But if you needed a system that wouldn't let you down in a pinch, you piloted a Gagarin. That all dried up when the mechs were banned with the armistice. Now, we've got these new firms coming in. Arkmite, Centauri Mills, claim they're here to revitalize the city. Which is funny, since their employees refuse to step foot in most of it.
Yeah.
Plenty more competition for stores like mine, that's for sure. UC had a lot more money to throw around in those days. During the war, I couldn't keep the shelves stocked. At first, because of all the demand. But later, because the Freestar Collective flotillas were so damn good at picking off UC merchant craft. But the biggest difference now? The quiet. Not just because most of the forges and mines shut down. It was the testing. Firms used to drive their prototype mechs out into the canyons, way beyond the city. But you could still hear the guns all the way from here. It was like, shoo, thunder. So when the thunder stopped, well, so did Gagarin in a way. I wouldn't lament the loss too much. More than enough ways to still harm your fellow man, unfortunately.
Okay. So.
Funny you ask, because I'd like to know too. He owes me a sizable debt. I've seen him around, but never in one place, except when he needs money. I offered him a job, but he showed up to work drunk one day and I had to let him go. I don't have any ill will toward him. Sure, the credits I'd like to have back, but only because it'll mean he's got enough that he's no longer allowed in my store. I don't like denying service to anyone, but it's the principle of the matter. Yeah, I don't want to be mixed up with anything like that.
You may think so, but I don't. Sorry,
Ja,
but
ernsthaft jetzt?
I can't.
Muss ich ihn dann bedrohen?
Nice
No.
try, but no.
Sorry, that's your... Try asking Delito in security. I had an incident with Helgi the other day, and security brought us both in for questioning. You sure you got the right person? For me, yes. But there's a lot of water.
We just need someone to serve as his character witness. Given your long-standing reputation in the city.
Sure, I can say a few words. I like Helgi, but fair warning, I'm not gonna lie for him. If I'm testifying under oath, it'll be full of the good and the bad.
Wouldn't expect anything less.
Lost? The trick to the catwalks? Just keep turning right. You'll get where you're going eventually. Or was it left?
Das sind Stationen. Waffenwerkbank? Anzugwerkbank. Schauen wir mal da.
Get the assessment back on your apartment? I did. Hank says it's worth double what it was when I bought it. So are you going to buy it? Or if I take up a life of piracy?
Bin ich froh, dass ich zwar urviel Material mit sah, aber nicht mehr habe, um irgendwo was zu machen. Gut, Gefahrenschutz. War schon interessant. Sauerstoffreserve. Was nutzt man da als Sauerstoffreserve?
Look, I know I said I'd have them today. Next week, when my next check comes in, it's all yours.
I don't have those credits in hand next week. I'm blowing off the catwalk.
You got my word.
So. Geht alles noch nicht. So nix. So nix. So nix. Ist das ein Scheiß? Links gesagt. So. Ja. Karte kann ich gar nicht. Ja, kann ich Karte nicht.
Never underestimate a human's ability to create something even deadlier than before.
Da. Annex. So, dann haben wir da 35, 35. Gut, geht auch nichts mehr. Geil. Echt geil.
I've got applications in at Arkmite and Reliant, and I know most of the other applicants, so I think I'm a shoo-in.
I've been trying to get a transfer to New Atlantis. Pays better, climate's better, but I don't think I'm the only one.
Ah, tell me you're here to just report a good old-fashioned crime? If I have to deal with one more corporate exec begging for special treatment, I'll eat my badge. Oh, you haven't heard? Gagarin's going to be the next New Atlantis, or so we've all been told. Centauri Mills, Arkmite, Reliant Medical, they all bought up and renovated derelict buildings here in the city in the past couple years. We needed the jobs, to be sure. Gagarin got hit hard after the mech plants were all shuttered when the colony war ended. But I'm not sure I've ever met a more entitled group than these executives. Treat the city like an amusement park, and all of us as the amusements. It's kept me and my people plenty busy, just not with actual policing. But I'm sorry, Did you actually need to report something?
Nein, ich würde noch watschen.
Leeches feels a bit strong. Maybe if they didn't pay their taxes and help repair the catwalks. They're an added annoyance to my day, though, that's for sure. But look, I'm Security Chief Pretorius. If you do have anything to report, you can speak to me or one of my officers. We're always around. We've had our issues. Some folks aren't thrilled about the corporations moving in, but the majority don't act on it. Those that do largely keep it civil. Protest, throw some paint, occasional crate wanders off. But we've managed to avoid any open conflict so far. It's really not a bad assignment. Well, I came here right after training, which was 10 years ago now. Gagarin was a lot rougher then. People were still reeling from all the plants getting shut down after the war. So there was a lot of petty theft, break-ins. I was responsible for putting together a pretty busy community outreach program. Worked out well enough that they eventually made me chief. Gagarin's not really that sort of burg. Most of the restaurants went belly up when the mech trade shut down. Only one left is Lizzie's, on the other side of town, though it does have a nice view of the square. There's also a little social club the local executive set up across from Lizzie's, but it's still pretty light on amenities. Now, if you're just looking to resupply, then you'll want Clint's. Another case of last business standing, but he's got a good selection. And for medical supplies, you'll want Dr. Kayala. You can find both of them on the main concourse. Beyond that, we're just corporate offices and private homes. If you need to file a report on him, please use the computer there.
How long would that take?
5 to 10 business days. Now please, move on. Good. She could use their help. She would agree that following procedure by filing their report is your best option, legally.
Hey, I have an idea. Quick huddle. Excuse us, folks. Important detective business here. Okay, I got an idea. That terminal probably has reports on persons of interest. If you don't mind distracting the chief for a while, I can dig into the system and see if there's any clues. Sounds like a plan.
Gut. Warum kann er denn nicht immer so einfach sein? So. Wir danken der Materialien von der Arbeitsstätte entwendet zu haben. Herrn Clint. Ein Officer wurde auf Patrouille Zeuge des Vorfalls. Clint de Haven betrieb Helge Hoxton mit einem Besen in der Hand aus seinem Geschäft. Die Security vor Ort nahm den Vorfall zur Kenntnis und dokumentierte ihn vorsorglich. Weitere Ermittlungen zeigten, dass der Straftatbestand der Körperverletzung sich nicht bewahrheitete. A Yellow Lisa zensiert und Hoxton Helge. Anmerkung: Der alkoholisierte Bewohner bewarf ein Gebäude knapp 3 Stunden lang mit Abfall. Die Einsatzkräfte mussten ihn in Gewahrsam nehmen und zu seiner Wohnung in der Unterstadt zurückbringen. Die Vorladung wurde für ordnungswidriges Vergehen unter Alkoholeinfluss ausgestellt. Obwohl sich der Angeklagte auf dem Weg zu seiner Wohnung größtenteils gesittet verhielt. Halbe Bußgelder sind allerdings nicht möglich. Okay, in den Unterstadt.
So I really don't think I'll be holding on to the property for long. If you know anyone who's interested.
I don't know anyone offhand, but I'll put the word out.
Thanks. It's a pretty good property, all things considered. Just no windows. So, were you able to find anything? Where would I be without you? I'm glad you've got a better...
Ich weiß nicht, was passiert, wenn ich vor ihr mit ihrem über ein Helge rede. Bekanntmachung. Ich möchte daran erinnern, dass die Teilnahme an der Sicherheitsschulung verpflichtend ist und bis Ende des Monats erfolgt sein muss. Wir euch allen sicher bewusst ist, steht das Quartalsmeeting vor der Tür. Die Teilnahme ist nicht verpflichtend, erfordert aber eine sichere Verbindung. Wer teilnehmen möchte, sollte daran denken, rechtzeitig Kontakt zur IT aufzunehmen, um sich zu vergewissern, dass sein Setup sicher ist. Presseanfragen. Wir wissen, dass die Presse in letzter Zeit Kontakt zu mehreren unserer Mitarbeiter aufgenommen hat. Solltet ihr kontaktiert werden, wendet euch bitte an die Public Relations Abteilung, bevor ihr antwortet, um unvorhergesehene Folgen zu vermeiden. Okay.
Finally starting to cool off.
So.
You been to Clint's recently? He get crushed under all that crap yet?
Unten ist der Helge. Komm her, Stefan. Zu Tür. Was ist da drin? Hallo.
I don't suppose you're here to tell me I've won a ticket to a new planet, huh?
Sorry, Doctor. Not today. We came to Gagarin to investigate Irvin Mandani's contract with the mining company a long time ago. Ring any bells?
Irvin, yeah. Biologist. Hunter. Yeah, I remember him. Why? Who are you people? Nah, I don't trust you. I don't even know you. So take a long spacewalk with an empty tank, will you?
Please. Irvin was once one of your colleagues. He was the one Hephaestus blamed for an ecological disaster about 20 years ago. Do you remember any of that?
No, I don't remember lies. He passed on. That's a kick in the pants, isn't it? Well, sorry for your loss and all that, but I can't bring back the dead or anything. So you can go now. Thanks.
Look, I know this is strange. We show up out of the blue about things that happened decades ago. But right now, nobody save us knows the truth. And that means we're the only ones who can clear Irvin's name.
And what of it? You probably think the sky is blue too. Well, you'd be wrong. It's whatever color Hephaestus says it is.
Only if you let them. You're a scientist. Your words matter. That's why we need you to testify.
Testify? The trial is over, the verdict rendered. In case you two clowns didn't get the memo. I remember not to talk with people who come asking questions about powerful corporations. Ellie Yankton. But why? It doesn't matter. Nothing's changed. Believe it or not, I don't need or want your money. I made enough of it by working for massive mining corporations. Because I tried before, and they threatened me. 20 years ago. I still wake up in fear almost every night. They said if I ever left Gagarin, I left my wife to protect her. She didn't deserve any of this. Any of my mess. I can't. I cannot do that. Why is this so hard to understand here? She shouldn't have told you that. What I tell her is my business. Damn right it does. I just didn't think there was a way to... Sorry. Here's my fault. The case you have is the same as before. There is no guarantee you will win. And I don't want to get myself killed over a verdict that won't actually change anything. So no, I won't testify for you. Count me out of your plans.
Okay, we get it. You don't have to testify. But if I could ask for one favor, Ellie could use some help with the defense. Any information you can give her. Records, proofs, things to help lay out the science.
Fine. I can do that. I can get her in touch with a colleague. Someone who can verify whatever evidence you've got. Miss Yankton can even call them as a witness. Might even help your case. You'll have an expert reading my notes, and not a drunk.
Thank you, Doctor.
Yeah, don't get all mushy on me now. I need a drink. Just because I refuse to go, leave. I'll put Miss Yankton in touch with my colleague. They are more than capable of serving expertise.
So. Da oben ist die Ellie. Kann ich da auf? Ja, kann man.
You're not on my calendar. Is this Arkmite related? I'm on Gagarin to make money, not friends.
Gagarin has always been a bit of a pit in my stomach. I know it wasn't related to her.
Okay, you two, lay it on me.
Right.
Did you find
before
Helgi?
he died,
Did
so
he
the
agree to
events were
testify?
both emotionally. Well, we've got good news and bad news. Which do you want first?
Ugh, I hate this game. Just give me the bad news first.
The bad news. Helgi declined to be our witness. But the good news is he's going to refer a colleague to testify on his behalf. That means confirming the scientific veracity of every document we've gathered and challenging any ringers the defense hires to dispute it.
Well, At least we don't have to worry about any character assassination. And having an independent party examine the data isn't the worst idea either. I'm going to view this as a win. Well, you two have done all that you could. Now it's time to hand the baton off to me.
What do you think, Ellie? Do we have a chance?
You've done a pretty decent job gathering evidence for this case.
So what's the verdict? In this case, I'd say spoilers are appreciated.
I am cautiously optimistic we can win this case.
Optimism is good, especially from you, Ellie.
The main thing is we'll be able to clear Irvin's name. Of that, I have no doubt. As for charging Hephaestus with a crime and clearing Helgi, that's more of an uphill battle, but I'll see what I can do. All in all, though, really outstanding work. We wouldn't have gotten this far without your efforts. And I've got to imagine that wherever Irvin is, he appreciates it too.
Agreed, Ellie. And thanks for being our anchor in this. We should probably get out of Ellie's way and let her do her thing. We can talk more in private.
Shouldn't you be off adventuring? Don't worry about it. For this case, I expect the paperwork to climb up the stairs and the verdict to fly out the window. So even if I did have a courier send you a court date, you'd never get here in time. But whatever the outcome, I'll make sure you and Barrett are the first to know.
Okay. Well.
Good luck.
Da brauche ich auf nichts mehr aufpassen. Gut. Warum habe ich nicht mehr diesen depperten Zugangscode?
My time is Arkmite's time, and Arkmite's time is very valuable.
You lost? Haven't seen you in the mines before.
Arsch.
Wow, we actually did it! Solved the case, and hopefully cleared Irvin's name. I feel like, what's the old saying? A great weight has been lifted off my shoulders? But it's actually true. I feel like I'm 80% biomass and 20% aerogel. It's a substance that is literally lighter than air, depending on the planet. Habitable planets tend to range from 1 to 2 milligrams per cubic centimeter. Most aerogels are about 1/10 of that. I feel like I'm currently hovering in that territory, give or take 1/10. Come on, let's not ruin the moment. Although we did do a lot of walking, I bet I really am lighter. I hope so. It's always a tug-of-war between the workers and the mining corps. But there's one thing we've got in our favor. There's more of us than there are of them. All it takes is for the people to realize it. I'm feeling great. Although I could do with some wine and cheese. Why stop at emotional satisfaction when we can indulge in the culinary too? But if I can be serious for a moment, thank you. I couldn't have done this without your help. That makes 2 of us. 3 if you count Harvey. And who wouldn't? He's practically family. In fact, Harvey's got a little explorer in him too. According to this slate I found, turns out that our spiky friend's been all across the galaxy.
Was habe ich?
I didn't tell you. Ellie found this old cactus in Irvin's apartment. It didn't have a name, so I named it Harvey.
Okay.
You know what? He just might. But it's probably best you chart the course. Harvey doesn't do well with things that require hands. We've been through a lot, haven't we? I had forgotten what it was like to work with some. On top of everything else we've done together and with Constellation, yeah, I think so. Investigating Irvin's case with you is something I'll remember forever. I've come to realize that some events, some people. Yes,
Oh mein Gott, das ist viel
some of
Text.
them do.
Oh.
And if we're lucky, they change us for the better. We only get a brief moment in this universe to interact, to feel, to be who we are and experience the range of emotions that our bodies and minds have evolved to comprehend. And the definition of that changes for everybody. If one is fortunate, you might even notice events and people changing you while it is in motion. Well, that's what I'm asking you, actually.
Aha.
I know I certainly am. I've explored many worlds, and I've worked with Constellation for most of my life. I cherish those memories. But you have changed me as a person forever. I don't want to look back years from now and wonder what if.
Oh.
I need to know what you think about us.
Oh. Oh. Oh, mit dem haben wir nicht gerechnet, dass es geht.
No, not always. There are many ways to make someone feel loved. And you have done well in that regard. But I need this moment in my mind. I need to be able to look back and remember what we had in our hearts right here, right now.
Was drucke ich denn jetzt? Beziehung oder Freundschaft? Ja, doch mal Beziehung.
You cannot know how relieved I am to hear you say that, because I feel exactly the same way. I suspected you might be interested in a relationship. A couple of comments here and there made me pause, made me smile. But before we go on further, are you really ready to build love into our friendship? This is a huge step, you know.
Oh.
I've done this before, of course, and my love for Irvin will always be there. But I have room in my mind and heart to love again, and I'm willing to try.
Ja, was drucke ich jetzt wirklich? Also zur Info, ich spiele einen weiblichen Charakter. Was ändert das für den Ablauf des Games? Jetzt habe ich mit ihm nämlich so viel als Weggefährten an Zeit verbracht, weil wir eine Mission gehabt haben. Damit wir die Mission abschließen können. Ich habe die ganzen anderen Weggefährten ja nicht einmal noch so viel mitgehabt. Das heißt, ich verbaue mir da irgendwas, aber wenn ich sage Freundschaft, kann ich dann noch mal einen Schritt weiter gehen? Kann ich mehrere Beziehungen auffangen?
Need a moment?
Hilfe. Nehmen wir mal einen Schluck. Der Situation habe ich nicht gerechnet, dass das jetzt kommt.
That makes sense to me. We have a good thing going here. And we should only change it if we're both ready. After all, we're two good friends exploring the galaxy together.
Okay. Wir hauen das... immer in Form bleiben. Also hin, Recent Luxury Lines Sternenwerft. Gut, dann reisen wir dorthin. Super schief. Ja. Okay. Da ist ein Laserpointer. Okay, so sicher noch nicht mehr. Passt da. Hey. Durch meinen Sauerstoff auffüllen lassen. Ich habe einfach viel zu viel, aber wirklich viel zu viel Klumpen mit. Und mir fehlt einfach. Ups. Mir fehlt einfach Kohle. Ich brauche 300.000, damit ich mir ein Frachtschiff kaufen kann. Also. Gut. So, nicht auf. Muss da rausgehen.
Hey now, what was that about?
You heading outside the city? Be careful. If the heat doesn't kill you, the critters might.
So, jetzt werden wir dann. Da habe ich die Stationen. Da habe ich eine Forschungsstation und. Schauen wir mal, was wir da machen können. Jetzt mit dem Zeug, was ich da alles eingesammelt habe vorher. Einsteigen. Waffen. Achso, die kann ja woanders sein. Der Hammer. Koffer. Da. Und im Koffer ist, also in der Halterung. Hallo? Was ist da jetzt los? Warum packe ich durch den Baum? Ja, aber da könnt ihr ein paar Sachen herstellen. Ernsthaft jetzt? Bum, bum, bum. Okay, komm. Und auf. Ah, noch nie gehabt, dass ich durch den Bogen gepackt bin. Super, hol nix. Ja, aber da gab es was. Okay, Getränkeentwicklung. Gewürz, bestätigen. Passt. Und jetzt kann ich einmal die Cocktailschule machen, weil wir Gewürze füllen. Juhu! Alter Schwede.
Yeah.
Sarah! Wieder in der Bank? Ah. So. Bände. Rotiger.
That barely took any time to make at all. Wild.
So, stimmt das ist ja. Ernsthaft jetzt. Auf damit. Da haben wir die unnötigste Station. Bei einem Schokohappel.
Do you need my help?
Ah, war natürlich. Spind des Captains. Ist jetzt ist voll? Oh. Da was denn die andere? Das sind sie Lager. 179 von 410, okay. Wir fangen an zum Einloggen. Ressourcen. Adaptive Rahmen oder alles. Na schwer. Das ist schwer. Schwer. Okay, so. Hm, 409 von 410. Alles wurscht. Ich bin leichter geworden. Ja. Immer 756 Kilo von 165, was ich getrunken habe.
Looks peaceful from up here, doesn't it?
Oops. Cheyenne. Was muss das?
Never get tired of that.
Hold while we scan your ship. Scan complete. Go ahead and land.
Wir reisen zur Sternenwerft. Bitte nicht die ganzen Kilometer so langsam dahin.
You've arrived at the pinnacle of comfort and luxury. Trident Luxury Lines. You're cleared to dock.
Topmann.
We have a clean dock, right on the money.
Stimmt, die Ritter.
I wonder if they have any petite fours around here. For Sarah's birthday, of course.
Welcome to Trident Luxury Lines.
Yeah, I bet they're gonna charge us a fortune just...
Nein! Das und das.
Look.
Okay. Das haben wir. Das. Erst. Was ist denn so wieder?
require my assistance.
I have something for you.
Whoop.
I have something for you when you have
This is Freestar Space. Please hold your current speed and heading while we scan you for contraband. That's all we need. Enjoy, Neon.
So, dann haben wir direkt da.
Chaos. That's Neon in a nutshell. Sometimes delightful, sometimes bewildering, sometimes stressful.
Das heißt, muss ich wieder zur Imogene zurück. This. So. Operations. Der Laserpoint, das ist viel für den Arsch. Das Material, was ich da ausgegeben habe, das war komplett unnötig.
What is it?
Just the person I wanted to see. You got that schematic?
Natürlich war ich ein Bauplan.
Good work. R&D's been looking forward to this one. I need to deliver this to Vina so she can start the reverse engineering process, but first, Ulara wants to see you. I've upgraded your security level so you can access the executive floor, where her office is. Tell her assistant Maeve you have an appointment. I won't be far behind, in case you get lost.
Haben wir wieder einen Spezialauftrag für?
I better do this right. I don't
Wie viel Kohle habe ich jetzt?
want you go
Viel zu wenig.
breathing down my neck about it.
Manager Büros.
That is a magnificent dragon statue. Truly. I wonder how many people ever get to see it.
Ich glaube, bevor ich mit der irgendwas rede, geht dann noch schnell pinkeln. Das werden wir machen.
This could be the most important meeting of my career.
So, also, hier schnell pinkeln, bin gleich wieder da und dann quatschen wir mit der Sekretärin und dann mit der irgendwas. gut. Hat ein bisschen länger gedauert. Es hat sich gerade ergeben, ich habe eine Flasche machen müssen für einen kleinen.
Can I help you?
Ja.
Name an appointment. Confirmed. Ularu is wrapping up a meeting with Genevieve. You can wait here or in the lobby area. I'll let you know when she's ready to see you. I see Imogene Salso is supposed to be with you.
I'm right here, Maeve.
Good. It should just be a moment. Well, sooner than I thought. Looks like Ularu's ready
Ja,
now.
aber Déjà-vu, habe ich das nicht schon mal gehabt?
Don't wander into any restricted
aren't
area.
willing, that leaves us with only one option.
God, Ularu, is that always your response? I don't want another PR mess on my hands.
Yes, Viv, because you're too good at your job. Now,
Keep out of my way, and I'll keep out of yours.
my next appointment's here.
Fine, but you can break this news to Alexis at our next meeting.
Hey, now the party can get started. Finally. Right-ho, Captain.
Was?
You got my underfire. Good thinking. I've got plenty.
So, ich muss es wegschicken. Ich weiß schon, das habe ich das letzte Mal dann Speicherstand an anderen genommen. Beim
Good.
Barrett
You're
hat
finally
wegschicken, noch
here.
keiner.
The one I've been hearing so much about. I'm Ularu Chen, head of operations here at Ryujin. So tell me, what do you think of your new job so far? In that case, it sounds like our initial impression of you is turning... Now, my dear Jeannie here says you've been through the basics of what we do and pulled off success every time.
5 successful standard assignments and 1 specialized.
Oh, a few incidents here and there, but nothing we can't handle, right? I happen to have a personal assignment that I'd like to send you on. One that involves meeting up with an outside contact. Jeannie seems to think you're more than capable of handling it.
She's the best operative I've ever hired.
Let's not forget the only operative you've ever hired. Meeting with outside contacts isn't always as straightforward as your past assignments. Some can be fickle or demanding, so you'll need to decide how to handle them and what decisions to make on the fly. Good, because if not, I can't imagine we have much use for you here at Ryujin. Your contact is Simon Rychek. He claims to have information on a new project that Infinity Ltd is working on. He said it's a game changer that Ryujin would be especially interested in, so his asking price is the big thing to consider. Finance will reimburse up to 1,000 credits, so if you have negotiation skills, use them.
Ja.
Oh, you'll get the information if you want to hang on to your job. Now, in order to confirm your identity, Simon prefers code phrases. I'll let Jeannie give you the details on this one because the concept is just beneath me.
Simon is into sports, so he enjoys any opportunity to talk about them. At some point, he'll casually say, "Looks like the Galactic Raiders are the #1 pick for the Universal Championship this year." You get to respond with, "Razor Derby is the only real sport." Got it? You'll find him in Sidonia, so I hope your ship's fueled. Just look for him above the Lux condos in the plaza.
You spoke very highly of this one, Jeannie. Let's hope she doesn't make a liar out of you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have...
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Don't cause any trouble.
Well, that wasn't too bad for... She does, doesn't she? You caught her in a good... Let me know if you have any questions regarding your son. And enjoy your time in Sidonia. It's certainly no Neon. For you? No. Only Ularu calls me that. And it's not up for negotiation.
Good.
My company's future might be riding on this deal.
I hate waiting. It's just more time to doubt myself.
My career will be over if this deal fails.
Welcome to Ryujin Towers.
Well, das
I've
macht
been
das
waiting
mal
here for
wegen
ages.
Spaß.
I'm Kendall Knox from Therapy.
Also wir reisen jetzt nach Sidonia. Red dort mit dem Typen. Und dann schauen wir, was passiert.
Then it's settled. I'll get the tickets. Just make sure.
Das letzte Mal, wie die Mission starten wollte oder machen wollte, haben sie dann gesagt, ich soll das alleine machen und meinen Weggefährten, also den Barrett, wegschicken. Und ich habe ihn nicht mehr wegschicken können. Habe es dann teilweise probiert mit ihm. Das ist voll im Hoger gewesen. Deswegen habe ich ihn jetzt gleich weggeschickt, bevor ich da mit der quatscht habe. Einfach in der. Wie soll man sagen? Einfach, dass er weg ist und nicht, dass ich dann wieder da so einen Bug habe, dass ich ihn nicht in der Mission wegschicken kann. Zu dem Zeitpunkt, wo wir sagen, dass ich ihn wegschicken soll. So Mist, keine Skillpunkte. Da gab es so viel. Wie kann ich denn das in Test killen, dass ich mehr habe? Der Vasco geht da spazieren.
Hello, Captain.
Hello, Vasco.
Engines firing. Here we go. Orbital pattern locked in.
Ja. Fliegen wir zum. Gehen wir dahin. Und landen wir direkt so. Brack, und dort sind wir. Ja, verbraucht jetzt weniger Sauerstoff, weil geringere Schwerkraft ist. So.
You look hurt. Might want to head on over to
Careful near the railings on the upper levels. It's a long way down.
Can't wait to get out of this place. You lost? Or just come to ask an out-of-work miner how his day's going? Only good thing worth talking about these days is sports. Speaking of, looks like the Galactic Raiders are the #1 pick for the Universal Championship this year. Damn right it is. I heard they were sending someone new. Nice to see you made it. I have information on a deal being proposed between Infinity Ltd and Deimos Staryards. It's my belief that your employers would be highly interested in the details. So I'm upping my price. It's steep, yes. But that is why I'm also offering a little side job if you can't pay up. Glad you see reason. As you may guess, being an informant is not without its risks. I've heard there's a merc in Saturn's orbit who'd like to cross my name off her list. Milai Liskova. If you take her out and bring me her gun as proof, I'll consider my fee to be waived. She's a freelance mercenary. Used to work for Inception Technologies. But she likes her independence, so she went into business for herself. She specializes in killing for the right price. So before you get any second thoughts, you should think of it as doing the settled systems a favor. You're doing me a tremendous favor. Just know she won't go down easily, so be prepared. Malai's ship is called the Datura, and like I said, you can find her in orbit around Saturn. Just remember to bring the gun back as proof.
Okay. Lass mich mal wieder draußen. Können wir da oben? No.
Lifeless planet of Vectera, a mining operation run by Argo's extractor.
Und wir fliegen zum Saturn. Endron! Guten Morgen, grüß dich! Wie geht's, wie steht's?
Time to leave this place behind.
ganz okay und selbst. Ja, ganz okay. Nur inzwischen schon ein bisschen mehr. Das heißt, wir spielen noch ein bisschen und dann will ich schlafen gehen. 6 Leute schon wieder der Wecker.
That's bad enough. State your business or I open fire. That's more like it. So, tell me what you're doing here. I'll decide whether or not to strip you for salvage. I'm looking for a lot of people, and none of them are any business of yours. Oh yeah? From what? You're the only thing around here that looks like a threat to me. So, give me one good reason why I shouldn't feed you to the void. If you think I'm answering any questions, think again. To killing me? How about for me killing you? Huh? Don't think I couldn't take you out if I wanted to. Perhaps. But just how do you propose we manage that? Because I intend on staying very much alive. He wants the very thing that protects my life. Of course he does. He knows I would never... All right. You can have Ember. But you'll have to come aboard to get her. You have my word, you won't be harmed. For whatever that's worth.
Dann docken wir unten, bevor wir Kollision
I
starten.
have something I need to discuss with you. Green lights on outer hatch. We're docked.
Cool schaust du aus.
I'm impressed. Simon managed to find someone with guts to come after me. I suppose it shouldn't surprise me that he wants Ember as proof of this. He knows I'd never part with her. We were a thing for a while, until the coward sold me out. I'm sure he regrets it, considering I survived the attempt on my life. And now, I live to blackmail him and make his life a living hell. So if Simon told you I wanted him dead, it's a lie. I want him very much alive. And suffering. The first time Ember and I met, she was pointed right at me. And then backfired on the gloating bastard who thought he'd won. She saved my life more times than I care to remember. In my line of work, we're always in and out of the fire, if you know what I mean. Oh, will you? You really think I'd let you just waltz onto my ship and I'd hand her over?
Ja, das war klar.
If you knew anything about me, you'd know honesty isn't my strong suit. The only truth here is that I've intended to kill you since the moment you set foot on my ship. Your ship, of course. I'd hate to risk damaging something I could easily sell. Plus, this way I can simply climb aboard to see if there's anything of value, rather than have to sift through debris. Any access cards I need, I can just take off your dead body. I'll make it quick.
Oh. So, wer macht jetzt was quick? Hört sich an, dass sie Russisch spricht. Ja, das war eine russische Tante. Viel witziger war so ein Generationenschiff, das was halt über ein paar hundert Jahre gereist ist da in dem Game. Und selbst dort haben sie noch solche Slangs drinnen gehabt, wobei man sagen, irgendwie davon ausgehen sollte, dass sich dort eine Sprache etabliert und dass das dann alle können und nicht, dass es dann irgendwelche Slangs noch gibt. Ja, es war ein bisschen strange. Uff. Sind wir dann? Da, wir haben ein neues Schiff. Und reisen wieder zum Mars. Und solange es noch Englisch ist, geht das ja noch ziemlich fit. Ja. Gut, das Game war ja auf Deutsch synchronisiert, aber es ist so miserabel, dass ich dann auf Englisch dann eingeschaltet habe. Auf jeden Fall habe ich jetzt ein neues Schiff. Aber, warte. Ah, 732. Weiß nicht. Die Ember sind. Wie kannst du das nur auf Englisch stellen und nicht auf Russische lassen? Was ist nicht auf Russisch? Also ich weiß gar nicht, welche Sprachen werden unterstützt. Audio? Sprache? Englisch-Deutsch. Ja. Das ist einfach in den Games, da muss immer irgendwo sowas geben. Eben, dass dann was so pseudo-russisch ist. Oder irgendwie in die Richtung. Ich glaube, es geht gar nicht ohne das.
The Lux condos aren't anything special, but plenty of people call them home.
Am I in your way? Sorry.
Be careful down near the mines, and enter any active sites at your own risk.
And now, a word from one of our sponsors. Making you
Look who survived the devil herself. Well, either that or you decided to pay up. Wait a minute. You spoke to that lie-weaving terramorph? You should have just outright killed her. Blackmail. You think someone like her could blackmail someone like me? We're ghosts. We're nobodies. We have enough dirt on one another to bury Sidonia herself. If I were a politician or corporate executive, maybe I'd believe her. But she's a liar. You've done this galaxy a favor. So, back to business. You got the gun. I haven't given it much thought. The truth is, I never thought I'd see it. The only thing I know for sure is that I'm sure as hell not going to use it. A world without Malaya Leskova. It's strange. I always imagined I'd be happy knowing she's gone. Perhaps I've been running so long now that it will just take time for the relief to set in. You know, why don't you keep that gun of hers? I think it's time I left the past behind. Yes, let's. Enough about the past. The information I have is on a deal for something called Project Dominion. I'm giving you 2 slates. They contain surveillance and interaction data for Stanley McMillan, the Infinity rep, that I obtained myself. I'm also giving you a 3rd slate because you're going to need to download the files on Project Dominion off his computer yourself.
Uh-huh. Good.
Nice doing business with you.
Alright, items.
What the hell are you doing in this dump of a city anyway? You draw the short stick at work or what? Infinity sent me to get Deimos to bite on a deal. It's even got a catchy code name. Project Dominion. Sounds like world domination to me, buddy. I'd buy into that in a heartbeat. Right? I'm telling you, this Project Dominion is the real deal. We ought to be selling this to Inception or Quantum. Hell, you should be in the Astro Lounge making Ryujin Industries beg for that tech. Ha! That'd be the greatest irony of them all, but not this baby. Dominion is finally gonna put Infinity first. We'll beat Ryujin at their own game.
Okay, das war's eine. Stanley McMillan Akte. Bedrohung, keine. Zeitplan, ungefähre lokale Zeit. 7:30 Uhr. Verlässt Lux Kondos, um zur Arbeit bei Deimos Sternenwerft zu gehen. Bei Deimos Sternenwerft, 11 Uhr, geht zum Mittagessen zu Jane's Goods. In Jane's Goods, 13:30 Uhr, geht zurück zur Arbeit, bleibt bis zum Ende im Büro. Bei Deimos Sternenwerft, 17 Uhr, verlässt die Arbeit, geht zum Broken Spear. Im Broken Spear, 22:30 Uhr, kehrt zu Lux Kondos zurück. Das ist ein Lux Kondos, passt. Wohnung, temporär Lux Condominiums A10, Schiff, keines wird von einem Chauffeur bei Infinity Ltd befördert. Babam. Nicht nachverfolgbares Speicherslate. So.
In other news, on the lifeless planet of Vectera, a mining operation run by Argus.
We have the tech to instantly jump across the universe. You'd think someone would have invented a way.
Warten wir einfach, dass es Nacht wird, dann sollten die Leute ja hoffentlich gehen. Vielleicht.
Okay, if no one else is gonna say it, I will. I'm ready to get out of here and go to the spear.
One sec. Okay. Yes, Tia?
I'm just saying I'm done. Going to the spear. Anyone else coming with?
Oh, yeah, of course. After today, I could really use it.
So. Kommen da ist Notizblock. Schlüssel. Oh. Bekanntmachung. Sicherheitsschulung, Quartalsbericht, IT aufnehmen, Presseanfragen, bla bla bla. Das haben wir schon alles einmal gelesen. Das ist genau der gleiche Text.
It is illegal to transport plant or animal life to Mars without going through official QC channels or our trade authority partners. Adherence to this law is imperative in order to avoid unwanted infestation. Thank you for your cooperation.
Sperren. Mit hier das Passwort. Was wir jetzt hier als Passwort finden? Ja. Präsentation für die Thermosternenwerft. Weiter von Thermos, Chief Executive Officer Mason Stadman, den garantierten Deal betonen, Thermos Salten rumführen. Senior VP Nora Morwitz muss dabei sein, Stadmans engste Beraterin, Jobsicherheit und Kontrolle betonen. Chief Operations Officer Jamal Gershin, Vorteil gegenüber der Konkurrenz betonen. Ja, passt. Was? Daten herunterladen. Meetings. Was haben wir da alles? Heute Gesprächspunkte für die Demos-Präsentation, Zeit 15 bis 17 Uhr, Ort ein Schreibtisch, Telekonferenz, Gäste Nina Hart, Lukas Drexler, Status angenommen. Passt, Posteingang. Stanley, ich wollte nur fragen, ob du für das Meeting alles entsprechend vorbereitet hast. Lukas erwartet genau das, also setz dich zumindest vorher mit den Vertretern auseinander. Ich kann dir diesmal nicht den Hintern retten. Nina, Marketing Executive Director Infinity Ltd. Cillian Campbell, Serverwartung. Hallo, zur Wartungszwecken gehen heute mehrere Server. Bla bla, ja. Deine Reise. Glückwunsch zu dem Deal. Von Nina Hart, Quantum Synergies. Hallo, wie ihr wisst, ist unser Deal mit Quantum Synergies geplatzt. Das macht den Verkauf des Dominion-Projekts für uns umso wichtiger. Unser erstes Meeting mit der Demo-Sternenwerft steht kurz bevor. Stanley Macmillan nimmt diese Angelegenheit in die Hände. Das hat oberste Priorität. Jede Anfrage von Stanley oder mir zu diesem Deal sollte also auch so behandelt werden. Wir erwarten eure uneingeschränkte Unterstützung. Beste Grüße, Nina Hart. Das war's. Gut. Kann ich da irgendwo so einen Schlüssel finden? Schaut eins aus.
Sometimes I feel like these mines just run themselves. Mining must be a fun job, or else why would we keep getting so many applicants?
Was mit dir?
I'm a bit busy at the moment. Lots of business. Oh, it's amazing how smoothly our mining operations.
Okay, warte. Nach, den Sessel kann man da setzen.
I can't recall the last time we had any major issues.
Wir schauen, ob wir da nochmal warten können. Vielleicht ist er noch weg.
Do you work for me? It's hot. Mining must be a fun job, or else why would we keep getting so many applicants?
Warum kann ich die nicht? Warum? Ich kann Kiwi nehmen. Aber ich kann keine anderen Sachen nehmen. Hey.
Sometimes I. Someone help me!
Das war jetzt keine Absicht.
Do you work for me?
Hä?
It's hard to keep.
Ernsthaft jetzt? Ich wirf versehentlicher Granaten und dann einfach so, work for me. Alter! Okay. Jetzt auf mein Schiff und dann war es weiter auf Land.
The miners pretty much run the lower levels here.
Wo ist denn das Terminal? Kommt, gibt's da keins? Wo sind sie jetzt? Steuerkonsole stärken. Verdammt. Ich dachte, ich kann irgendwo Schiff wechseln. Nicht.
do this.
We make a fine team.
Was war das gerade?
Hm?
Haha!
Need a
Das
hand
Ding.
with something.
Das Ding auf dich geschossen.
I heard you're fluent in over 24 verbal and body languages. Remarkable.
Good to see you again.
Okay. Na, Frontiers. Letterplatten. Letterplatten.
Yeah, what is it?
It must be great to be able to see yourself whenever you want.
So.
I bet your whole house is full of mirrors.
Kann man das eigentlich wieder reparieren? Okay, wurscht. So, wir speichern. Und schauen wir mal, wohin wir raiden. Das war Seite für mich. Zum Banditenlord da mal. Wir tun zum Banditenlord. Wo haben wir ihn? So. Gut. Liebe Leute, vielen, vielen Dank fürs Dabeisein. Dann auch für Zuschauen. Irgendwie habe ich jetzt am Anfang verloren. Wenn euch das Ganze gefallen hat, würde ich mich natürlich über einen Follow von euch freuen. Und dann wünsche ich euch noch eine schöne Restwoche. Wir sehen uns demnächst wieder. Freitag. Samstag werden wir wieder irgendwas angehen in Richtung Schlag mich tot. Red Dead Redemption. Ja. Und ja, dann macht es gut. Bis demnächst. Viel Spaß beim Banditenlord. Ciao.